I'm gonna play League of Legends.
I'm a little retarded.
Hey man, he said it, not me.
Now at this point, you're probably wondering why I would willingly do something that is the equivalent of a self-lobotomy with a rusty spoon.
I was simply told that I couldn't do it. So, like the mature person I am, I have to prove them wrong. Now, I'm a being that is fueled purely by caffeine and spite, so when a friend of mine bet me $50 that I couldn't reach platinum within a month after never playing the game before, I foolishly accepted. In hindsight, I probably should have been made aware that there are 4 ranks with 5 divisions apiece before you even hit platinum, which means on average I would have to climb 1 rank a day to even be close. I am not a person to let sound advice and overwhelming odds tell me what to do, so I decided to dedicate myself to this challenge and do everything I can short of paying for coaching to hit this goal.
Now, before this video truly begins, I want to point out that I have never touched a MOBA in my life. Similarly, I have never touched grass either, but that's besides the point. I come from FPS games such as Rainbow Six Siege and Apex Legends, where I have been the highest rank in the game at least once. This led to me jumping into League of Legends with a very, and I mean very, false sense of security and pride, but I would soon be humbled.
I didn't know that's what I did.
I want this video to be understandable for people who have also not played League of Legends, so I want to have a few core concepts to go over. League of Legends has one singular map called the Rift, or Summoner's Rift. The Rift is separated into 3 distinct locations. The lanes, which are going to be the 3 main pathways from each team's base to the opponent's base, the jungle, the wilderness in between the lanes, and the river, which stands in the absolute center and holds all of the map's neutral objectives for teams to fight over. Okay, cool. Now that we know what the map looks like, let's look at what the teams look like. Each team has 5 roles. Top, which will take the top lane, mid, which will take the middle lane, ADC, or attack damage carry, which will take the bottom lane, and support will traditionally back up your bottom lane pick. The top lane is usually filled with bruisers or tanks. They are the furthest from teammates, so they need the most HP to survive. Mid lane, which is traditionally mages that try to get ahead and rotate to objectives. ADCs are very weak early game but skill very well into the most damage dealing champions by late game. Supports go bottom lane to help their ADC stay alive and support them until they can get to their god tier damage that they are usually known for. Now for those of you with keen eyes and astute observational skills, you might be wondering, Zeph, that's only 4 roles. I thought League of Legends was a 5v5 game. And that's what leads us to the last and arguably worst role. Jungle. Now, while the rest of the team has lanes to fight over and minions to kill to get gold and buy items, the jungler has different responsibility. The jungle has camps that spawn instead of minions and is their main source of gold and XP. Assassins and characters with a lot of movement are usually the jungle pick, as it lets them deal a lot of burst damage quickly. The main job of the jungle is to assist their teammates' lanes by gaining a numbers advantage, to propel a winning lane further or sustain a losing lane longer. Coming out of the jungle in a surprise attack with the numbers advantage is known as ganking. Couple that with players feeling like they are obligated to have you gank their lane, and you easily become the problem for every single mistake. Losing a lane? Your fault. Losing an objective? Your fault. The enemy jungler is ganking your teammate top lane while you're helping bot lane, and suddenly it's a forfeit from your teammates and a jungle diff in chat. Why the fuck are we— Bro, why are we FFing? What the fuck? Bro, it doesn't matter. We're 10 minutes into the game. What the point? What's the fucking point of an FF? But if played right, jungle can easily be the difference between winning and losing a game. For the core mechanics of the game, you go to your lane and kill minions, or your camps if you're a jungler. Minion kills will give you gold and XP. XP levels you up and allows you to get stronger abilities, while gold allows you to buy items at the shop and gain stats from those items. Now that we know the roles of the game, we have to choose one. Naturally, I chose the role that is arguably the hardest to play on. I chose ADC. ADCs can scale very well, but they're limited by a few factors. For starters, they share a lane with their support, which means they have to share XP and gold. In turn, they level up slower and get items later than your mid or your top laner. To follow that up, I want to reiterate that they share a lane. Sometimes your game can be decided by whether your support wants to play like a support or W key into every single fight with 1 HP, then blame you because you didn't help. Supports are hit or miss, but you can always change your own actions. So what most people tend to do is pick one champ in the role that they like to play and become a one-trick pony with that champ. I like Arcane, so naturally I wanted to play someone from there. The characters from Arcane that are ADCs are Jinx and Caitlyn. Jinx required a lot more skill to play and was shorter range, so I chose Miss Caitlyn Kierman. Since she is a marksman and one of the longest range attacks in the game, she's much more forgiving when it comes to spacing. And with our picks in our pocket, we are solidified the next month of my free time in the single click of a button. Let's do a quick summary of Caitlyn's abilities. Her passive is after 5 auto attacks, she gets a headshot, which is an empowered attack that scales with her critical strike chance. Her Q is a penetrating shot that deals physical damage and goes through enemies, but does less damage the more enemies it goes through. Her W is a bear trap that reveals and immobilizes an enemy target. When someone is caught, your next attack on them is a headshot with double attack range. Her E is a net that slows enemies and knocks Caitlyn back. This also grants an empowered headshot with double range. Lastly, her ultimate is a sniper shot that deals massive damage and has a huge range. This shot cannot miss, but the enemy champions can intercept it to block for their teammates. If you've gotten this far into the video, congrats! You've just wasted 5 minutes of your life. But seriously, I would ask that if you are not already, please consider subscribing to my channel. It is free, and if I ever make content that you don't like, you can always unsubscribe. According to this YouTube snapshot, 99% of y'all are not subscribed, so please spare a sub for a poor small YouTuber. Anyways, let's get back into the video. Alright, so now that we've got the official business out of the way, we can start playing games. Now, the first step was leveling up because I needed to be level 30 to even play ranked. I made it my goal to learn as much about the game in the meantime as I could, so this video is just going to be me focusing on games before I hit that level 30 cap. I played 2 games before I started streaming my first ever games of League. I learned a bit, but as soon as I started the stream and queued into a game, I got autofilled into Jungle. Jungle? At the time of recording, I had absolutely no idea what Jungle was about, so I kind of just sat in the bottom lane helping out because I didn't know what else to do. That game went pretty much how you would expect it to go.
No way we lose that. Holy shit.
Bro, you're 0-5. Of course you lose that. Next game, I got queued in the mid lane for some reason, and this went about the same. However, I actually started using my abilities more and utilizing my headshot passive into a combo that forced my opponent to use one of their long cooldown summoner spells. Yes, it's not as exciting as a kill, but being a completely new player and being able to put pressure on someone like that was extremely exciting. I even managed to pressure him enough that he couldn't even go back to his shop to heal or buy items because I kept denying it. I even managed to get a kill this game.
Like this, I'm gonna do that just so he can stay here because he's already too far behind and he's about to die to the tower. There we go.
And we lost this game once again, but as a strong burly Demacian once said,
I will not falter!
But finally, after an hour and a half of streaming, we get into our first proper game in the lane we're supposed to be in. Our support was a Sona, and this one felt good. We were off to an amazing start. With my range and Sona's healing, we were poking the enemy bot lane and applying an insane amount of pressure. We were actually kind of dominating. Then the enemy team forfeited before I even hit level 3.
Why do people...
Yeah, that's enough League for one day. On day 2, my first game was a mirror match into an enemy Caitlyn, and although I didn't show it,
Nah, bro. I'm the better Caitlyn. Trust, bro.
I was actually kind of scared, not of losing the game, but of getting shown the hard way how to properly use my own champion. Thankfully, they were not the best of players, so being new made it a little bit even for us. Bro, it was only 2 days into this challenge, and I was already kind of tweaking out.
What's good, Timo? What's good, Timo? Headshot. You don't want the smoke, Timo? You don't want it, Timo?
So all of this was streamed over live on twitch.tv, and as I'm looking back into the stream VODs to get these videos, it actually makes me die laughing at how little I actually knew and how much I thought I knew just because I watched one skill capped video about the basics of the game.
But in that trade there, I had nothing to lose there. I had downtime or dead time. It was a good trade.
Bro, you didn't have downtime. You just died for no reason. There was no objective. There was no reason to push. You just died. Anyways, we ended up losing that game, as you can imagine. But things were slowly starting to heat up as I was beginning to understand the game a lot more. And I also want to say thank you to all the amazing people in my chat that were helping me along the way and actually teaching me more about the game instead of constantly berating me as new people coming to League get berated. On day 3 or whatever, you know what? I don't want to count anymore. But at this point, I was kind of getting burnt out on Caitlyn, and I wanted to try someone new. Since there's 171 other champion... Bro, there's 171 other League champions? How the fuck am I supposed to learn all these matchups? Okay, so we get into our first game with Ashe, and naturally, I start off with my Q ability. But what I was unaware of was that with Ashe's Q, you need to hit 4 auto attacks before you can activate it to increase her attack speed. Due to my lack of knowledge, we ended up giving the enemy team an early kill in the river.
Bro, why can I not use my Q? I'm so confused. Bro. Alright.
Even though I let my team know that I was newer to the game, they were super nice and extremely encouraging, especially my Lux support, who kind of just held my hand throughout the entire game. With her encouragement, I felt kind of baller, not gonna lie, and at this moment, I saw her going in here in a 2v1 against a level 2 Kayle, and, well, we win those.
Yeah, let's go!
Bro, this Lux is literally my #1 supporter right now.
You're so fire, bro. I love my Lux already. Holy shit.
Honestly, man, me and this Lux were just running it down with pure Black Air Force energy the entire laning phase, and there wasn't really much any of them could do about it. Yes, I am using this as an excuse to show you a couple of clips of me getting kills. Even if they were kind of spoon-fed to me by my Lux, I want you to see it because I was vibing, I was having a great time, and I was on the leaderboard. I even got my first rampage ever, and I still don't even know what that means.
Come on, Ash. 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 Nice, nice, nice. Dude, we're so good, Lux. We're so good at this game.
I do want to apologize specifically to my Nocturne here. If you ever see this video, my bad, bro. I was completely unaware of any and all map positions. Granted, it is kind of unfortunate that you get stunned under the tower by an Ashe ultimate, but that's still also kind of my fault for not all-inning. Dude, we were absolutely mowing our opponents down, and this was probably my first very good game. I constantly felt like they were low HP, and I always had great opportunities to just W key towards them and get constant kills.
Actually, you know what? I take it back. I was just bad because I didn't know how to play anybody else, but I get why Ashe is so good. Being able to slow as you're running away is like the most obnoxious thing ever. Nice, nice, nice. Good fucking shit, bro.
Yeah, it's good shit, but you really did not need to flash for that kill, but you know what? I get it. You felt cool. It's all good. I really almost managed to 1v2 this Ashe and Kayle together.
I win this. 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 That's all right. I'll take the trade. Lux. Ah, so close.
Granted, looking back on it, there were better times that I could have used my abilities and used them properly.
Looking at, I'm 9-2, bro. All right, listen. I'm giving half of my kills to Lux because she's a fucking boss, dog. 6.
But the fact that I was so newer to the game and being able to do this, or almost do this, at least, it just gives me so much inspiration as, like, seeing myself progress here. Not the best player, but watching this just makes me feel so much better about where I was at. Definitely not the best, definitely not good, but I'm better than I thought I would be. This was probably the first point that I actually felt kind of bad, and I felt like we were actually bullying these people. Granted, it's League of Legends. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Brother. You don't win that.
Why the fuck are we... Bro, why are we FFing? This early on, I really didn't understand why most people surrender in a lot of their Swift play matches. Now, this was probably one of my favorite moments of the entire game for multiple reasons. I kind of managed to save this fight here and tried to run them down, but I didn't have enough DPS. But after attacking for a little bit, my Nocturne comes jumping in here, and as he kept the other two distracted, I kept auto-attacking the Rammus. I kept him slowed and I kept him in the fight, and afterwards, after we managed to get this wombo combo in a 2v3.
You take? Oh, fucking peak, bro. We are literally just better.
The set on my team goes, something tells me this Ashe isn't new to the game. And honestly, bro, that's the best fucking compliment you could ever give me. But as I'm responding, you know I have to give credit to my Lux. Even in the game, I have to stay humble as an ADC. Yeah, bro, even though I was doing like really great and I shouldn't be gloating.
You're not running, gang.
Bro, I was kind of the fucking MVP of this game, okay? We did manage to win this game, as you can imagine, and I ended up with a whopping 20-3 score in my best game to date.
Absolute peak. Absolute peak.
Now, while I can continue going on in this video, it's already been about a month in the making and I really need to get something uploaded. This video took a long time to make, so please, if you like this kind of content, let me know, as I have plans to show the whole challenge of whether I can hit platinum in 1 month. But I hope y'all enjoyed, and remember to subscribe to see the next part of this journey when we can finally start playing ranked. As always, hope y'all enjoyed. Peace out, everybody.